Welcome back, guys. Today's the second video of our shitbox project, and the Crossfire has had a few upgrades done already. In the last video we talked about what we wanted to do with the car, and now we are at the second stage, and I want to give you guys an update of what's been happening and what's been done to the car and what we are about to do with the car. Today we have it on our lift. We had already done a massive detail on the car, as clean as we can get it without involving a lot of painting or anything like that. It's just very clean inside and outside, engine bay area. We done recently the valve covers, the gasket themselves that were deteriorating, they were leaking oil everywhere. After we were able to clean the engine bay, we noticed after some miles driving that the valve cover were seeping, were actually dripping down all the way surrounding the back of the motor. And so we took care of that. We did spark plugs, we did a few other little maintenance items that were needed. We did an oil change, etc. And so today, since we had already done the little upgrade on the not upgrade but modification on the exhaust, and sounds really decent, we were contemplating on doing new filters for the engine, but I figured why not dropping in something with a bit better airflow, and we chose K&N. The intake system on these cars and the Mercedes SLK, which share the same exact platform, are already very efficient, and they utilize the engine cover as part of the filtration system. So when you do the upgrades, it's simply nothing but just the panel, drop-in panel, because they already are taking air from all the way to from the front of the car all the way through these ducts. It is directed into a completely high flow cavity or intake system. So we're gonna put these on. I think these are gonna sound a little bit better. I used to have a Mercedes with the same exact engine, and as soon as I put these filters on, a little bit better engine notes came out of the engine bay. So we're gonna put these on. Also, we've been back and forth. We do at the design shop, we do a lot of PPF smoke lights, but we have done a couple of colors, and I'm still kind of indecisive if I want to just keep them clear and actually buff them out and polish them and restore them properly, or I want to go yellow and I want to go light smoke, dark smoke. We have tried a couple. We put the dark smoke on this one and the yellow on the other one. I put yellow on both, and I'm still not making my mind about this. So if you have comments and suggestions, put them down below, because I'm still looking to what to do and make the headlights look a little bit better. Again, this is our budget build, so there's nothing crazy going on with the car. We did some tires that we happen to have here. We detailed the inside. Let me show you this. Very clean two-tone. And for, you know, for 151,000 miles, 2004, over 20 years of a car, I think it looks actually really nice. One of our speakers for the radio system on the passenger door was completely blown up, and although we're not we're not doing anything special on this thing, when we take it to a rally, we want to have some music, so I figured it was only 15 bucks, so why not? Why the heck not? Oh, we did window tint. We did 5 on the back and 20 on the front. We did this whole, all of these cars, they all have this whole windshield frame in silver. In our car, it's actually having a lot of decoloration underneath the wrap now, but we put the satin wrap, and then we figured why don't we just do the roof. So we did the roof, and then we also followed that all the way back to the active aero spoiler, and this panel right here, there's some paint coming off and flaking off in that area, so I figured, well, that's a nice way to cover it. So tinted all the way, new tires, detailed, a lot of the maintenance is cut up. The modification that we did, I think I talked to you guys about the modification that we did on the exhaust in the first video, but it's basically the secondary cat. They were already kind of clogged on it, so we just took them out. It sounds a little bit better. Now this, we're waiting for a hood prop, because this is annoying. So that's not a modification, but a repair. We wanted the car to be practical, and being a shitbox, if we're gonna be on a rally, we open the hood very frequent. We gotta check oil level, we gotta check coolant level all the time, and if we're gonna take it to a 2-day trip, we gotta make sure it makes it there and back. We discovered when we were doing our tires that the passenger front wheel has been repaired before, and it has a welded area. I really don't like that, because if we're gonna take it too far in the trip, or we're gonna be tracking the car occasionally, it's definitely one of those things that it could potentially crack again, exactly where the repair was done. And I really have the intention to either replace that one wheel with the similar, but they're really hard to find right now, or I found somebody on Marketplace, which is kind of unusual, but found somebody on Marketplace actually selling the SRT6 version of them. They're in decent shape, and I think we can get them for really cheap. So maybe those are the wheels that we end up putting on this thing. If we have a little bit more time today, we're gonna be putting our lowering kit. After doing a lot of research, I don't think we're gonna be doing coilovers on this thing. I want something that is track oriented, but more street oriented, because I really do wanna take it on rallies with our friends and whatnot. And I brought up the idea to a group of friends of mine, and they're super interested in having this car on a rally, and they are now in the loop of finding a good looking ship box that we can all grip together and take. Some of the guys here at the shop are actually in the look of also a ship box to just kind of be a part of this thing, and maybe take it to our first rally very soon. So a lot of people are very enthusiastic about the project. A lot of people are actually making comments and giving us a DM on Instagram about this project, and I'm super excited because while our M2 is under the knife, and we're gonna be working on it very soon, we'll still have something else to drive and have fun with, and you know, take it out there with you guys and have some personal time over there at the rallies and things like that. But for now, we chose the H&R lowering springs. I think I want to upgrade the shocks later on to Bilstein. They're actually really affordable. I think you can get the whole set for just shy under $500, and that's actually really good for a good quality strut in shock. And then they retail for, I want to say, just shy under $300. So we're gonna be doing these, and we're gonna be doing the K&N filters. I'm gonna show you guys a video of how to do the filters with very easy modification. Increase airflow and noises, so who's gonna be mad about it? Let's take a look. Well, here it goes, guys. So I'm gonna show you guys step by step. This is a very easy step. If you also have a Mercedes SLK or any other Mercedes that share the 3.2 engine of this generation, it's going to be exactly the same application, same part number and everything. So put these boxes right here. We got to deal now with our beautiful hood prop right in the middle of our face. Love it. Just pull this out of here and basically just take the whole cover off, and those filters are going to be right here. So we're going to have some Torx 4 screws on either side. We're going to find something so we don't scratch this anymore, and then I'll show you guys right now how to replace them. Alright guys, so I'm going to do this by hand. Normally I would use a impact driver or a drill, but there's a little bit of corrosion on these bolts, and I don't have replacement here for these, so I'm going to do it by hand. I don't want to strip the head of the bolts. I want to reuse them. Just be extra careful with this, considering it's a 20-year-old car. About 15-minute job, so definitely nothing crazy. We just got to make sure that the seal is good. The filter itself provides the actual seal in between plastic parts, so the filter is the gasket. We just got to make sure that when we put it back, it's exactly as it needs to go, because otherwise you're gonna be doing nothing but throwing trash into the throttle body. And the master flow sensor is actually right there, so, and you won't know because it won't cost any code. So filters right here. Just pop this one out, get this old and nasty looking one out of there. And the other side, same thing. Get this old and nasty looking one out of there. Well, now I'm gonna clean this, make sure they have no debris so the new filters can actually create a good seal, and I'll come right back and show you guys the new ones. There you got it, guys. These are the new filters, so we're just gonna go ahead and put them back on. They go right here and right here. Make sure you have a good placement on them, and that's how it's gonna look. You put the cap back on, and make sure you go even and straight. like to go on a cross pattern here so everything start getting perfectly aligned. And again, the importance here is a good seal, so you're not seeping through unfiltered air and getting into the master flow sensor, causing check engine lights and problems. But like I said, the thing is, like, if this is not sealed, you're not going to see a check engine light immediately because there's nothing to meter the air movement here, but it will cause a clog later on. And although you have a screen here to protect that from happening in case that this wet breaks, it's still gonna be a scenario that you don't want to be a part of. Put this one back on. On older cars like this, guys, just be a little patient when you're working at home. Make sure that, you know, as much as possible, do things by hand. Fastener can break very easily, and then you have no way to get in replacements because they don't make them anymore. And, you know, all these shit boxes are not going to be in the best condition, so we have to make sure that we don't break other stuff. This is ready to go back in the car. I'm going to put this right here, and let's do it. Lined up. Out of the way. Going through this. There you go. That's the last clip. That's what you want to hear when you put it back on. And then this piece goes back in here and goes into this clip. And literally that's it. That's all you have to do. And let's see if we can fire it up and see if we can have some noises. Let's see. There you have it, guys. I think it's a very, very good modification for the money. Very easy to do, and I think I don't want to admit this might be a little bit of placebo because we think we just now are cool guys because we added filters on the car. But I'm not gonna lie, but I think the throttle got a little bit more responsive. I would think that I will see a little bit of a difference on the road. I did notice on my last Mercedes engine, about a couple of horsepower gain. It wasn't that much, but it was noticeable on the throttle response. On dyno, I think we had probably about horsepower difference on certain areas of the power band. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of this, but certainly a little bit more crispy throttle feel. And it has a little bit of an engine noise intake now. And regardless of what the performance gains are, those old crusty filters were disgusting and they needed to be out of there. I do not want to take this thing on a long run, just suffocating from air, or being just hard to breathe. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this car. There's a few more maintenance items that I wanted to do before I take it on the first run. I really want to contemplate doing the other wheels because now I'm very concerned about that repair. I really don't like repairing wheels that way. You only do that for a temporary fix, but I ended up buying the car with the previous repair being done, so it is what it is. That's what happened when you buy a used car. So guys, if you guys are looking for a used car like this, make sure you do two things. First of all, either you are mechanically inclined or you have somebody with mechanical knowledge or you have a shop that you trust. So first of all, first thing to do is to contact your local mechanic, contact your local shop. If you're nearby us and you want us to take a look of your car, we can do a pre-purchase inspection. At least you know exactly what you're buying and what you're getting into. There's nothing wrong with buying a car that needs work to do or that needs repairs. So long you are 100% aware of what is needed, that's gonna make a big difference because it's better to have an understanding of what the car is in need of than having the surprise of things that you didn't know about, and things are popping on you and you have no idea what the heck. So when I bought this car, I did not know about the wheel. I never had the chance to actually bring it up on the lift, but I did drive the car. I did inspect the car. I got underneath it as much as I could. The owner of the car was actually very informative as much as he knew. It was his son's car. I think I mentioned this in the last video. So I gathered a lot of information, but the good test drive actually showed up a lot of things that I wanted to know about the car, and I knew it was the right car for us for this little inexpensive project that we're going for. Ever since, when you buy something new, ever since you get it, you start noticing all kinds of things and all kinds of other people driving the same car. This car, there's a few out there on the road, and I am kind of surprised that I'm not just all out of nowhere. I'm just starting to see them. Maybe I'm just paying attention more because I'm driving one. But it's been a fun car. I already put 500 miles ever since I got it. Some of them on the track, and some of them on the road, some of them on the curvy roads. And I've been having a blast with it. It has AC, heater. I don't think we need it right now, and we're sweating our butts over here in Texas. But I think it's going to be the right car for what we're doing. So far, it's been a blast and a fun time. And doing this, we had a customer reaching out to us with a very unique Shelby CSX Shadow. And we had the pleasure to work on that car and just kind of bring it back to life. I told him about what we're doing when I deliver the car back to his house. And he's like, I cannot wait for that time to come because I want to join. I think it's going to be very nice and very interesting. So he's now we're working on his car. We just did a first stage to kind of bring that car back to life. And then now he's going to be doing a few other things before he takes it on a long run. But I think this is cool. This is a good time for me to end the video. I think it was a lot of information for you guys and a good update. Stay tuned because if we go through any problem, any rusty bolts or anything that breaks, we're gonna show you guys, because that's the life of fixing a car. That's the life of modifying a car, and that's the life of maintaining something old like this. We're gonna show you the problems that we go through. Just like I was telling you guys, the bolts on the filter housing were a little corroded, so that's why I'm not using fancy tools or nothing, just a good old handy dandy, and that got the job done without breaking anything. Stay safe out there. Try to stay cool if you're in Texas or in the local areas. It is hot as heck, and I'm trying to end this video because I'm melting. See you guys in the next one. Why Canon filter is never official until you put the stupid sticker back right in the back corner of your car. This will, I don't even know. I never put one of these before. Maybe when I was 16 years old. I think now this car speaks high horsepower and performance. Certified. Without that Canon sticker, I don't think we can go too far. So there you go.